Okay.
Okay, and per the order of Zoom, we have to do a roll call for mostly everything. So right now, Cal Mahoney,
Yes,
Janet,
What is this for?
did you hear?
Oh, I'm here, yes. I thought we had already done
Janet?
the motion. I missed
Okay.
it.
Ken Zeb,
Here,
Ken? Okay.
here.
Myself, Jack Ward,
Present.
and Carol.
Here.
Okay. So now we have the approval of minutes from October 21st. Do I have a motion?
Me?
All right, a second.
Carol.
So Janet, Zeb, and Carol. Maybe we can keep that team together again. Okay, roll call. Carol? Mahoney,
Yes,
Janet Khan?
Yes,
Ken?
Yes,
And myself. Okay, that's unanimous. Now reports, Liz?
So we'll start with the director's report, which is statistics from October. Circulation is still down about 50% from last year at this time, but the gap between last year and this year is decreasing. So things are getting closer to normal. Ebook usage is still up. Any questions on this top section? Still no volunteers or computer sessions? No questions. Okay.
Liz, you're not very clear.
Oh, sorry. Let me get closer to my microphone. Still no groups meeting at the library. I wasn't exactly sure how to list some of our outreach activities. The evening book group met via Zoom last night for the first time, which is very exciting. I don't know if they count technically as kids programs or not, but we started the take and make crafts, which are going really well. We distributed about 100 over 3 weeks in October. And Erin has also done a couple of story walks at Hartsuff Park, where they put up the pages from a book in the park and you read the story as you walk through the park, which I think is a really cool idea. We had another one this month, but she's having terrible luck with weather. It has rained every day when they've scheduled them so far. And that's in collaboration with the Recreation Commission, which is exciting.
make a comment on that.
Yep.
Just want a little insight. I'm on the Rockland Education Foundation, and we just, I don't know if I should tell this or not, we just denied a request for a story walk because I said, the library's way ahead of you on this. They've already done it twice in the Recreation Commission.
Oh,
Anyway, good ideas.
yes. Thank you. Still no class visits. A couple of things with the building last month. We had the fire extinguishers serviced, and we had a locksmith here to look at the lock on the main entrance because it's getting sticky. I don't know if we're turning it too much and wearing it out. We'll see. Curbside service was about the same last month as the previous month. We're still attending Zoom meetings. We deposited Marcia Manning's donation to the trustees account, which I think I talked about a little bit last month. That's been deposited. Any questions on anything on here? Yes,
Can we
Carol?
add also Erin started story hours, right? Via Facebook.
Oh, yes. Yep. I have that written down here. We're
Happy
doing
to see it.
virtual story times where Erin reads a story and does songs just like an in-person story time, but we're posting them to Facebook. Yes, Carol?
Yes, I was going to mention first, Erin's story hours, having sat through them. It's very interesting. I'm learning the songs right off the bat with them.
I told her she was a brave soul to be singing.
Yes, yes, yes. Start off singing too. But I was wondering about the discussion with the town, and I know that the way COVID is going, it's downhill, it seems, for a lot of communities, turning into red communities. But has there been discussions about any expectations for the library and what the senior center also and other services perhaps?
Um,
I know that all has to be resolved itself, but kind of like a time frame.
mhm. The senior center, I think, is doing small group
Right.
programs. And then I've talked to Gino, the IT guy at Town Hall, about the possibility of moving some computers down to the meeting room, like we talked about last month. And then I would like to maybe do that and maybe do like a small collection of books for browsing in the meeting room. And then we could do
Okay.
one-way traffic in and out. The time frame is the really hard part when you look at the virus case numbers.
Right.
But once the parking lot is done, which we're going to talk about, I would like to try to move forward, maybe very slowly. I think anything we do, I have found it's really helpful to like soft launch it and then see how it goes.
Right.
So we would try it that way, I think.
And do you feel that you have, like, if we do move things downstairs, the proper equipment and other items that you need to segregate people for the safety of the people and the safety of the staff also?
Yeah, I think so. I think the biggest challenge with that, I think, would be finding a place to put the stuff that we would have to move to get that stuff down there. That's
Okay.
the biggest challenge.
Good. Thank you.
Carol, I'm thinking that Town Hall has not opened their doors yet. It's still locked. It's by appointment only. You know that the state had a new system of doing the numbers this month.
Yes.
We might be in yellow, but if you looked at the numbers, we had 55 cases and we're over 4%. So technically the old system, we would still be red, you know. I can't see the town opening up the doors quite yet.
Mhm.
So, but we're working on it. Okay,
Any
Liz?
other questions on anything on this report? Okay. Moving on to the financial report. Are there any questions on anything on this? It's similar to that. Oh,
Well,
sorry.
Liz, sorry, did have a question on the November warrant
Yep.
for the director's salary. Can
Yep.
you explain that? I'm sure it's easily explained because it more than doubled.
That is because of when I was appointed.
Yeah.
And also, because before most of my salary was in the staff section because
Okay.
of my old position, so most of it moved from staff up
Yep.
a line.
Okay. Thank you.
Book spending is still right on track. We're about 40% through the year, and we've spent about 42% of that line. Supplies are high because of some COVID stuff that we've been buying. Any other questions on this? Nope. Okay. Is Deb up?
Is that it, Liz?
The treasurer's report is next, right?
Yes, I asked you if you've done.
Okay.
Okay,
Oh,
Zeb.
sorry, yes.
10/31/2020, previous balance, $122,227.67. We earned $51.67 in interest at 0.499 rate. The rate hasn't changed. Our available funds are $5,812.67. We have a new balance of $122,279.34. Anybody have any questions?
Zeb, would you explain to Jack and to Carol Cahill about how you went ahead and tried to get this moved this year? You know
I
how
didn't hear you broke up.
you know, we asked you to look into transferring money. can you explain to them, what happened?
Yep. What we try to do, we're getting so little interest now at 0.499 rate. We're making $50 basically a month on $122,000 that we have in savings. I went to the town treasurer's office and tried to find out if we could get other investments which we could plug in, and we were told no. So we were only making $50 a month basically because of we're just kind of trapped in this very low interest rate, which is good news to other people because you can buy a house cheap and get a loan cheap, but it's not helping us. Another thing I'd like to bring up from the town hall meeting the other night, I watched it, and they mentioned that they asked permission if they could pay all their previous bills. When Beverly was here in January, there were some bills where the town hall, in March, when the coronavirus started, the town hall paid our bills. And somewhere along the line in the next month or so, I believe we're going to have to pay for the Mariner or the Herald, which I think came out of the town's money to pay the bill, the way I understand it, because Beverly said I would be adjusted, and I've not been adjusted since. And after hearing Monday about the town hall, paying past contractors, we may get a bill. That's all I just want everybody to have a heads up on that.
Okay, any
And Jackie,
questions?
treasurer's job.
Any questions for Zeb?
Yes. Ken, the 122,000,
Well,
excuse me. How much of that can we tap if we needed to?
Out of the 100, we've got $5,812.67 in the available fund. In the money we have in the
sorry.
trustee, the regular account numbers for all the people, we have $116,466.67.
Right.
Those American Legion, the W.R. Rice Fund, all the funds, that equals to $116,466.67.
But my question is, by the vote of the trustees, we can access some of those funds if we needed to. I believe
Absolutely.
going back a couple of years ago, I think the number was somewhere around $40,000.
Right. I don't know what that number was because that was pretty much played around with above me. What I do know is we use this fund in the past to get the library painted. Right. So we did, and if I remember correctly, I'm pretty good with numbers. I think we spent 14,000 on that project came out of the library's money. I think Jack's right. I don't know if we still have 40. That'll probably go between Liz. We could probably find out we still have 40. I think it came out of the technology fund, if I remember correctly, which was open to us. And I don't know if the 14 came out of there. We have 26 or we still have 40, Jack.
Yeah, I believe the paintings may have come out of funds that Beverly had.
Oh, okay, out of her general funds, yeah.
Yeah, so the reason why I bring this up is looking at I went to the building today and I did a quick walkthrough. And there are a number of items that need to be addressed. And we're not going to make any interest on this money for some time. Neither is anybody else in this country. We're all getting burned because interest rates are going to stay low for some time. The real impact of this virus economically hasn't hit yet. And it's going to, unfortunately. So the banks are going to keep their interest rates low, and so is the Federal Reserve. So you know, there are gonna be some trade-offs, but we may be able to utilize some of these funds to make improvements to the buildings that are there. Like, for example, in the bathrooms, they need new countertops.
Jack, can I interrupt for a minute? Last spring, Doug and Jen and we took a tour with Tom Rubel. We took a tour of the building. They hit every single part of the building. And as you probably heard, Doug has taken a great interest in the library. And as he has been getting money, he has been trying to help us out. Those are all on his agenda right now.
Oh, really? Okay. Does,
Doug has really taken quite an interest in the library.
is there a master list?
We would have to talk to him
Okay, Doug.
because he has checked off a few of the things, but that is on there.
Doug, Doug, the town administrator.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
And since we're talking about the building, I just have a question. The work area from the insurance, are we getting to a point where that's getting done so that the, you know, when they go back full-time, they have a work, well, they get to work in a work area.
That is not on the agenda for this year, right, Liz? I think Doug has said that we would have to hold off on that.
Yeah, he did ask me recently about bathrooms, and I'm not sure whether he meant just, he said staff bathrooms, and I'm not sure whether he just meant the bathroom or if he meant anything in the work area at all, but I will check with him on that.
And
Jack,
can you,
I can-
I have a question about the work area. Don't we have, after that we used our deductible of 15,000, don't we have insurance money for the work area?
I don't believe that was
I think because we had the water
I don't
damage.
believe that was covered under that.
All right, but I was gonna say,
We haven't looked at any of this for a few months now, so
Yeah.
we would have to backtrack. We weren't expecting that on tonight's meeting.
okay, I'm
But
just,
Jack, I was at that meeting when we took the whole tour of the building. I have my notes. I can put the notes together and send you a copy of them.
Okay. Thank you.
And Liz, I just want to clarify for Jack and Carol, our state aid money now that's coming in is going to pay for our network membership, right?
Yep, that will take
Yeah.
a chunk out of it.
But it's for just this upcoming year, or did we say, you know, in perpetuity?
I think when it happened, it was going forward. And I don't know what the odds are of getting it changed for next year, but I'll try.
Well, so can I ask, how much did we have in the state aid account? Because we probably it had been rolled over.
Yep.
And so how much we had in it, and if there's excess money in there that we also have access to beyond the membership payment. Yeah.
There is some in there. It just makes me nervous to spend it in big amounts now, knowing that we need to pay the network fee out of it.
Oh, I completely understand. I'm just trying to figure out how much that is there. That's all. I
Yeah.
the
understand.
network.
Yeah.
The network fee is, I believe, 22 or 24.
Yep. So that's about a year's worth of state aid usually right there.
Yes, but I would presume that we had rolled over some of our state aid.
Yes.
We didn't use it every year.
No, we do have some.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. So if we could just figure out how much of a cushion may be there.
Yep.
You know, that's all.
Sure.
Liz, maybe now is the time to tell him about the money that's going back in the budget too.
Oh, sure.
You know, the 6,000.
Yes. At the June town meeting, we had a budget cut of about $6,000, which was about 1%. And at this week's town meeting, that was restored. So it's $6,297, which we'll be getting back. Any questions on that? It had come, some of it from the operating line and some from library supplies. So that will be good to get it back in there.
Liz, there was an odd notation on the expenditures that said almost a $5,000 charge paid via the town hall credit card.
In your copy of that document, is that in the COVID
It's under
column?
yes, it is under
Okay.
the COVID.
Yep, we ordered 2 big air purifiers.
Okay.
And the only place I could find to get them was Lowe's. And to get buy from Lowe's, we had to get John Ellard to charge them to the town credit card.
Okay.
So they're not here yet, but they should be here soon.
Okay.
But they will be paid for with COVID money.
Thank you.
Any other questions on the schedule of bills payable?
Okay, next week, we hadn't hit that yet.
Oh,
Next
sorry.
is the
Oh, it's next.
review of schedules of department bills payable.
Yep, that is that one.
It's in your packets.
Oh, I might have called it summary of bills payable, I think.
Okay. Carol Cahill, did you get a packet?
Yes, I have it. I'm looking at it on
Oh,
my
okay,
screen.
Okay. Okay, all set? Okay, next on the schedule is thank you to the former library trustees. So on behalf of the Board of Library Trustees, I would like to thank Kathy Looney and Cora Leonardi for their service on this Board of Library Trustees. As you know, Kathy has served 23 years on the board, 19 of them as chairman. Cora has served on this board for 7 years and was vice chair for 1. So again, we'd like to wish many thanks to them for their service. Anybody else would like to include anything? No? Okay, next we'd like to finally welcome back Carol Cahill and Jack Ward. We're happy to see you both back and we're looking forward to working with both of you.
Thank you.
We
Welcome.
were planning to do this last night on the meeting, but you know, it got cut a little bit short. So, okay, next on the agenda is library trustee vice chair. I meant to get back to filling the vice chair position, but I'm sorry, we had so much on our agendas the past few months. So I would like to make a motion, if she accepts, to nominate Carol Mahoney as the vice chair.
I'm sorry. I'm taking a screenshot of that reaction.
Carol, I'm sorry. I meant to
I was
do
at last meeting.
it sooner. I think the last meeting reminded me of it.
Thanks.
So I
Second.
put the motion out.
I second it.
Yep, seconds. So we need a roll call. So Carol, will you accept?
Yes, I will accept.
Okay.
Thank you.
Janet,
Sure.
Ken,
Wait, who was the second? I'm sorry.
Ken was the second.
Absolutely.
Okay. Myself, yes. Jack,
Yes,
yes, and Carol, you'll have to abstain.
Yes. I can't vote because I'm not sworn in, but
No.
I would say yes. I would say yes to
Thank you.
anyone other than me.
Wow. Okay, next, review state aid reports. Liz,
Can I ask, are you skipping number 5?
what was number 5?
Library budget for,
Yeah, no, I did. I missed it.
okay,
Yeah, Janet.
okay, just more notes for me. If you skip it, it's good.
We did kind of cover it already, though. That was just the restoration of the cuts.
Oh, good,
Yeah, we did kind of cover it. So,
good, okay.
yeah. Okay, Liz, you're still on.
Okay. All right. So this was my first year doing an ARIS report, but I'm sure you've all seen a review of them before, if not have done one yourself. So the ARIS report tracks things like staff, the number of positions in a library, holdings, the numbers of items in the collection, circulation, how many times the items are used, and services, the hours open, the number of computers available, the number of seats available, stuff like that. Because we were only open for about 3/4 of last year, most numbers are down from the previous year. But we were, before the shutdown, having a good year circulation wise. Adult and young adult circulation was more than 3/4 of the previous year. And kids book circulation was actually higher than the previous year, which I think is amazing. We shifted spending during the shutdown from print books to ebooks, and ebook circulation went up, I assume, as a result. The state, because of the shutdown, basically waived a lot of requirements here, or considers everyone to have met the requirements for hours open and expenditure on materials. So we met them, everyone did. But we would have anyway, I think. We were pretty close to spending, even only 3/4 of the way, really, through the year. Any questions on that? Okay. And then the financial report looks mostly at income and spending. We met all of our requirements on that as well. That one's really all about the budget, so all numbers. Any questions about that? No? Okay.
Liz, can you check your mic again?
Oh, sorry. I
'Cause,
just need to sit
yeah, you're
closer.
still getting a little,
Okay.
okay.
Liz, as a person who did state aid reports a number of years ago, and actually before computers were taking the statistics from the members' networks, congratulations. They don't make it easy at all to fill out those reports.
Yeah, but at least we didn't have to mail them this year, so that was
Yes.
nice.
So, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay, next is the parking lot update. I imagine that all of you have at least driven by, if not walked, the parking lot. It is basically done right now. It was paved this week. We thought that the lines would be done, but they are not going to do the lines until spring because of the weather this time of year. The lines would not stay. So if you also see that little island where Dave put a little tree, that is going to be filled with rocks like the rest of it. So there'll be low maintenance. So other than that, everything is done. The trustees have asked about fencing. Dave is still looking into it to see how much money we have. If we do it, we will not be doing the far part. We would only be doing the part by the greenhouse that faces the apartments. That's the only part if we have enough funding left for it. So as of now, the parking lot is done.
I didn't notice if they replaced the handicap sign. Did they do that?
I
don't
think so yet.
I think he has a new one coming.
Yeah. Okay.
It looks great. He did a nice
It
job.
does
It
look
does.
Yeah, it looks very good. It's basically everything we asked for.
Yes.
Okay, next window restoration update, Liz.
To fill in the new trustees, all the windows in the old part of the building are going to be replaced. The project is out to bid, and bids are due on December 2nd. This morning there was a pre-bid conference, so some prospective bidders came and walked around and looked at the windows and asked questions. The consultant on the project was here, so she was the one answering the questions. Bids are due December 2nd, so it's possible, I guess, that work will start in January, which is exciting.
Liz, do you want to give a little update on the process that we did for Jack and for Cal?
Sure. What process do you mean? Sorry.
No, they don't know basically anything about it
Okay.
now, if you can let them know what windows are being done and, what kind we're putting in.
Yes, and I wasn't in the initial meetings on this, so I probably know less than Pat, but she can fill in anything I missed. The wood original 1903 windows in the old part of the building are being replaced with like vinyl windows, right? But that will look similar and will have wood finish. They will be painted downstairs, the children's room ones, and then the upstairs ones will have a wood finish on the inside, so they'll look very close to how they currently look. And they will be almost all operating. We'll be able to open them, which is hugely exciting, I think. I'm really looking forward to next summer.
I'm happy to hear this news because during my last tenure as trustee, we were talking about this and we had just come out of such a bad financial period. New Windows was not only on the extreme wish list, so I'm happy
Well,
to see that.
Community Preservation Act.
Yeah, this
They
is
they
stuff from a
came
grant.
forward and paid for it for us, so that's like
Excellent,
Yeah,
120,000 plus. for
long
it, and-
overdue.
And it's being done, as Liz said, in vinyl, but it will meet the community
Right.
preservation
Sounds
standards.
excellent.
I did the photography of all the windows so they could match.
Oh,
Quite a few windows going to be done. It's going to look good.
I have a question. With the new windows, will that include painting of the frames?
Yeah, I believe Jack, everything.
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 Include the bay also.
and even the window over the stairs that's painted blue for some
If you
reason.
remember over the stairs, I don't know when that they decided or who decided to paint that, but they painted it, and that will be restored also.
Yeah, so if the money is there, it will be restored to wood, which will be really nice.
Okay, any other questions? No, okay, so information, upcoming meetings. Obviously, there are none at the moment. Anybody have any other questions or anything else that they would like to talk about?
I just had a
Anything they would like to
question
see
about
on
the
next agenda?
I just had a question
Who's
about the
talking?
meeting schedule, Carol. Is the third Wednesday the usual meeting time for trustees?
Yes.
Yes, and I
Okay.
forgot, the next meeting is December 16th. I forgot and blew over that one tonight.
I have an old question. Did we get our
So is
web?
that,
Do we have our website? Did we get it? Yeah. Yes.
It's
I ask every meeting until I get a.
the town website is being transferred to the new system right now, and while they do that, they're going to also transfer the content from our existing site to the new town site. And it has to be, because it's being paid for with COVID money, it has to be all done by the end of the calendar year. So we're getting close.
and also the cost
Oh,
for
thank
that,
God.
the cost for that was going to be $3,100, but Gino from our IT department got a grant, so that will be covered for us. There's no charge for it. So we're moving forward.
Finally.
Anything else?
Wait, and it will be the Rockland Memorial Library.org. Will we have that one?
We will
Yes.
still have the domain, and it will
Yes.
redirect you to the town.
It'll redirect to us. Oh, good. Very good. Thank you.
Speaking of that, has anyone written a letter of thanks to Marie Coburn on behalf of the library? She funded that for a very long time.
Have not yet, but I definitely will.
We have her address and everything.
Yep.
Yeah, I think it wasn't the greatest, we admit, but she did it,
Yeah, right.
And
Carol?
Liz, you and the staff will have access and
Sure.
control over the site so
Yes.
that you can
Yes.
edit and put the things in that you need to be done and what
Yep.
have you.
Yeah, it will
Good.
be much easier to communicate current updates, which will be really nice.
And can you work with the friends so that their page will also be on the site and you can assist them in, you know, putting their information on the page or however it's going to be done?
Yep.
Okay.
I think we're going global. We're gonna finally go global.
Global, okay. I just
Versus
wanted
not
to-
going anywhere.
Yeah. I just want to throw something out there. You know, we never did, as a board, get anything for Beverly for her
That's true.
retirement. You know, this COVID got in the way. We were going to have something in, I believe, September, and then that got postponed also. But I mean, I just think it's something that we should at least keep on the burner and think about, you know,
When did she get done?
May.
No, I
Well,
knew it was a while.
She's still popping in
September.
once a week
Yeah.
because after 30-something years, she still has a lot to clean out. So,
Yeah.
She still works part-time through June.
Yeah, right.
This fiscal year.
My question is, do we want to get her something where we all contribute? You know, like a fine, in a certain amount of money? Does anybody have an idea?
Carol Mahoney,
I have one, that's why.
Yeah,
you know.
I'm not sure you can give her a certain amount of money.
No. My
Because she
point
was-
is that, my point
Yeah,
is,
but
my
wasn't
buddy
it
John
something-
Dyke, my buddy
Yeah,
John
wasn't it-
Dyke does beautiful paintings. And
Does.
If I could get him to give us a very good price, you know, on a painting maybe of the library, are we interested?
That's been one of the most valuable gifts I've ever received, was either a photograph of the library I worked in or a painting. I got a pen and ink sketch, which
Right.
was really lovely. So I think that's a very good idea.
that's
Yeah,
what
but
I
the
was gonna
point
ask you,
is,
Carol.
I mean, if this
Yeah.
costs several $100s, like 300 or something, are we all in for that kind of money? I mean, I don't mind broaching it, but if we're gonna go, that was my idea, if people want to go along with it.
That's beautiful work. I can attest to that. So
Yeah, so find out and let's see
Yeah.
what it may
Okay,
cost.
because what I'll do is I'll photograph it.
That would be nice.
What I've done with him is I photograph what, things that I want him to paint for me, and I'll bring it over and I'll get a price and see what he can, you know.
and ask Kathy and Cora to contribute too if they want to.
Yeah, maybe the friends, whoever wants to do.
Friends probably, I don't know, speak for them, however.
Actually, years ago, he donated one to the Friends for a drawing.
Yes, I remember that.
Yeah, way back in the day. So I know he's done work for the Rockland Library before.
Yeah.
Just thinking of that for her.
I think it's a great idea.
Janet, unless you want to go to the 99 and take the one off the wall that she's always admired.
I was supposed to sit under that one. I know it's like, no, it's not available. It isn't? Probably
Just bring a screwdriver.
right now. Good picture.
I'll go photograph it.
It is a photograph. Oh,
I know. I
Okay,
know.
anything else?
I'll work on that for you. I'll see what I can get.
does she get these minutes, Liz?
I'll tell her not to watch this meeting.
I'll take this out. This is just a general discussion.
Yeah, right.
Yes,
I don't want it,
yes.
you know.
All right, before we adjourn, I would like to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving.
Yes,
Thank you.
Happy and
Happy
safe.
Thanksgiving.
Yes.
Wherever you are.
And welcome Carol and Jack.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Nice to be
Okay,
here.
so believe it or not.
Welcome back.
Thank
Believe it or
you.
not, at
If anyone wants to
6:30
really
today,
they should check out Carol's Facebook page on Fridays because her brother Jim is hilarious with his Friday funnies. I mean, really hilarious. I laugh so hard.
Yes.
He's
No one gets a kick out of him more than he does.
which is a big part
Kind
of
of
it.
like me.
So good. It's really good. He's a character. Anyway, okay. Pat
It's a-
froze. Is she
Pat's frozen.
I need a motion to
Oh.
adjourn. I'm
Second,
frozen.
You were
We can
back.
hear you, but your picture's frozen.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's,
okay.
There you go.
I need a roll call. Carol Mahoney,
Yes,
Who seconded.
I seconded.
I was too busy not paying attention.
Zeb. Everybody's frozen. Zeb,
Yes. I'm frozen?
all right, Janet,
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah. Janet,
Yes.
Jack,
Yes.
Carol,
No.
Cahill,
Well,
Yes.
Yes,
I can't vote.
but you can make a motion to adjourn. You know, I
Yes.
just need to do it.
Let's
Yeah,
adjourn.
and myself, okay? So we are
Okay.
adjourned.
6:40.
All right.
Great.
Bye, everybody. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Happy
Good night,
Thanksgiving.
All right.
Same to
Bye-bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Good night.